Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good day to you, depending where you are in the world. We're doing a nighttime devotion from the devotional Maranatha. The title today, we had a wonderful Sabbath. The title today, A View of the Shaking. Ezekiel 38:19. For in my jealousy and in the fire of my wrath have I spoken. Surely in that day there shall be a great shaking in the land of Israel. I saw some with strong faith and agonizing cries, pleading with God. Their countenances were pale, marked with deep anxiety, expressive of their internal struggle. Firmness and great earnestness was expressed in their countenances. Large drops of perspiration fell from their foreheads. Evil angels crowded around, pressing darkness upon them to shut out Jesus from their view, that their eyes might be drawn to the darkness that surrounded them, and thus they be led to distrust God and murmur against Him. Their only safety was in keeping their eyes directed upward. Angels of God had charge over His people, and as the poisonous atmosphere of evil angels was pressed around these anxious ones, the heavenly angels were continually wafting their wings over them to scatter the thick darkness. As the praying ones continued their earnest cries, at times a ray of light from Jesus came to them to encourage their hearts and light up their countenances. Some I saw did not participate in this work of agonizing and pleading. They seemed indifferent and careless. The angels of God went to the aid of the earnest praying ones, but His angels left those who made no effort to help themselves, and I lost sight of them. I asked the meaning of the shaking I had seen, and was shown that it would be caused by the straight testimony called forth by the counsel of the true witness of the Laodiceans. My attention was then turned to the company I had seen, who were mightily shaken. The company of guardian angels around them had been doubled, and they were clothed with an armor from their head to their feet. I heard those clothed with the armor speak the truth with great power. It had effect. I asked what had made this great change, and the angel answered, it is the latter rain, the refreshing from the presence of the Lord, the loud cry of the third angel. A view of the shaking. That was I don't know how to describe that. But it's interesting that those who are praying, pleading earnestly, are that God's angels around them, protecting them. But I suppose those who were, more indifferent were being engulfed in that poisonous, dark atmosphere, pressed by the devil's angels. And those who were with God, His angels were wafting their wings and scattering the dark clouds, the thick darkness from around them. Those ones who were indifferent were not cared for, were not aided, and they were left in their ignorance, in their arrogance, you could say, in their indifference. I asked the meaning of the shaking I had seen and was shown that it was caused by the straight testimony called forth by the counsel of the true witness of the Laodiceans. The Laodiceans is the last church, the last season of the church before Christ returns. If you want to see what the seasons of the churches are, you need to go to Revelation, the first book. I think Revelation 1 and 2, or it's Revelation 1. And it goes through the various seasons of the church. Philadelphia, Pergamos, Laodicea, and there's others. There's 7. We are in the last season of the church, Laodicea, where the majority of us are lukewarm, myself included, I suppose. But we should be very intentional, purposeful in preaching God's word, spreading his truth, and not being lukewarm, and certainly not being cold.